Have you ever dreamed of exploring the world after 70, picturing yourself strolling through ancient cities, sailing on a serene river cruise, or relaxing by the ocean, finally free to chase those travel dreams with time and freedom on your side? Traveling at this stage of life can be one of the most rewarding experiences, filled with joy and unforgettable memories. But what if hidden risks, like unexpected health emergencies, infections, travel fatigue, falls, or financial scams, could turn your dream trip into a costly nightmare? In this video, we'll uncover 5 critical dangers that many senior travelers, especially women over 70, never see coming, and share practical, easy-to-follow tips to avoid them so you can travel with confidence and peace of mind. You need to watch until the end because the final risk we reveal is one most travelers overlook, and it could save you thousands of dollars if you're prepared. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Health emergencies while traveling after 70. Traveling after the age of 70 offers a remarkable opportunity to explore new horizons, reconnect with loved ones, or simply revel in the joy of discovery. However, the reality of aging means that health risks, which may be manageable at home, can escalate quickly in unfamiliar environments. At home, a health concern often has a clear path to resolution. You contact your trusted physician, visit a familiar clinic, or head to a nearby hospital where your medical history is known. Abroad, however, the landscape changes. Language barriers, unfamiliar healthcare systems, and limited access to specialized care can turn a minor issue into a complex, stressful, and expensive ordeal. Consider the story of Harold and Margaret, a vibrant couple in their mid-70s, who embarked on a long-awaited Caribbean cruise to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary. Harold, an active retiree who regularly played golf and walked daily, felt confident in his health. 4 days into the cruise, while strolling the ship's upper deck under the tropical sun, Harold experienced a sudden, sharp pain in his chest. Initially, he dismissed it as indigestion from the rich buffet dinner the night before. But when the pain radiated to his left arm and he began sweating profusely, panic set in. Margaret rushed him to the ship's medical center, a small facility staffed by a general practitioner and a nurse. The onboard doctor suspected a heart attack but lacked the diagnostic tools, such as a cardiac catheterization lab, to confirm or treat it. A helicopter evacuation to a hospital on the nearest island was arranged, but a tropical storm delayed the transport for nearly 6 hours. Harold survived, but his anniversary celebration turned into a week-long hospital stay in a foreign country, with medical bills exceeding $30,000 for the evacuation, intensive care, and follow-up treatment. Their standard health insurance covered only a fraction of the costs, leaving them with a significant financial burden. This experience, while extreme, underscores a critical point. Health emergencies abroad can be unpredictable, and preparation is essential to mitigate risks. Older travelers face unique vulnerabilities. Long flights, for instance, increase the risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a condition where blood clots form in the legs due to prolonged immobility. If a clot dislodges and travels to the lungs, it can cause a pulmonary embolism, a life-threatening emergency. DVT is particularly concerning for women over 70, as age, dehydration, and certain medications, like hormone therapies, can elevate the risk. Air travel also involves lower oxygen levels and dry cabin air, which can exacerbate respiratory conditions such as asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. For those with heart conditions, the reduced cabin pressure at high altitudes can strain the cardiovascular system, leading to symptoms like shortness of breath, dizziness, or chest discomfort. Another often overlooked factor is the limitation of health insurance abroad. Medicare, for example, offers almost no coverage for medical emergencies outside the United States, except in rare cases, such as emergencies occurring near the U.S. border or during travel through Canada between Alaska and the mainland. Many private insurance plans also have significant restrictions, leaving travelers responsible for hefty out-of-pocket expenses. Emergency medical evacuations, which can cost tens of thousands of dollars, are rarely covered without specific travel insurance. To travel safely, proactive planning is non-negotiable. Here are detailed steps to prepare. Consult your doctor well in advance. Schedule a visit with your primary care physician at least 6 weeks before departure. Discuss your itinerary, including destinations, activities, and travel duration. Ask about the suitability of your medications for travel, as some may interact with environmental factors like heat or altitude. Ensure vaccinations, such as those for influenza, pneumonia, or shingles, are up to date. For international travel, inquire about destination-specific vaccines, such as yellow fever or hepatitis A. Pack a comprehensive medical kit. Carry enough medication for the entire trip, plus an extra week supply in case of delays. Store medications in their original containers to avoid issues at customs, and keep a printed list of prescriptions, including generic names, dosages, and your doctor's contact information, in your carry-on. Include a basic first aid kit with bandages, antiseptic wipes, and over-the-counter remedies for common issues like headaches or allergies. Mitigate DVT risks. On long flights or bus rides, stand and walk every hour to promote circulation. Perform simple exercises, such as ankle flexes or calf stretches, while seated. If your doctor recommends them, wear graduated compression socks to reduce swelling and improve blood flow. Stay hydrated by drinking water regularly and avoiding alcohol or caffeine, which can contribute to dehydration. Research medical facilities. Before departure, identify reputable hospitals or clinics at your destination. Check if they have English-speaking staff and specialties relevant to your health needs. For cruises, review the ship's medical facilities. Most have basic clinics but lack advanced equipment like CT scanners. Carry contact information for your country's embassy, which can assist in medical emergencies. Invest in robust travel insurance. Purchase a travel insurance policy that explicitly covers medical emergencies, hospital stays, and medical evacuations. Read the fine print to ensure it includes pre-existing conditions, as some policies exclude them unless you purchase a waiver. Compare plans from reputable providers, and confirm coverage limits for high-cost scenarios like airlifts or extended hospitalizations. Monitor your body's signals. Pay attention to symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, or unusual fatigue, and seek medical attention promptly. Delaying care in an unfamiliar setting can worsen outcomes. Carry a small notebook to track symptoms, medications, or questions for doctors, especially if language barriers complicate communication. By taking these steps, you can travel with greater confidence, knowing you're prepared for unexpected health challenges. Your health is the foundation of every adventure, and safeguarding it ensures you can fully embrace the beauty and wonder of your journey. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 2. Infections and contamination while traveling. Traveling introduces you to vibrant cultures, breathtaking landscapes, and tantalizing cuisines, but it also exposes you to health risks that are particularly significant for women over 70. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, making it harder to fight off bacteria, viruses, and parasites. An infection that might be a minor inconvenience for a younger traveler can lead to severe complications, prolonged recovery, or hospitalization for older adults. Among the most common yet preventable risks are gastrointestinal infections from contaminated food or water and respiratory infections from crowded travel environments. Take the case of Grace, a 76-year-old retired librarian from Colorado, who fulfilled her lifelong dream of touring Southeast Asia. On her second day in Thailand, she visited a bustling local market, where she sampled a colorful salad and a refreshing mango smoothie served over ice. The vibrant atmosphere and friendly vendors made the experience unforgettable, until the next morning. Grace awoke with severe stomach cramps, nausea, vomiting, and a fever. Unable to keep even water down, she quickly became dehydrated and weak. Her tour guide rushed her to a local clinic, where doctors diagnosed a bacterial gastrointestinal infection, likely from contaminated water used in the ice or to wash the salad. Grace spent 5 days in a small hospital, missing the temples, markets, and cultural experiences she had planned for months. Her trip, meant to be a joyful adventure, became a lesson in the hidden dangers of food and water safety. Such incidents are surprisingly common, especially in regions where sanitation standards differ from those in the United States. Tap water may harbor pathogens like E. coli, Giardia, or hepatitis A, which are unfamiliar to your immune system. Ice made from tap water carries the same risks. Raw vegetables, fruits, or herbs washed in contaminated water can transmit bacteria or parasites. Even well-meaning restaurants or hotel buffets may inadvertently serve unsafe food if it sits out too long, is undercooked, or is handled improperly. Beyond food and water, travel itself increases exposure to germs. Airports, airplanes, and tourist attractions are high-traffic areas where surfaces like handrails, elevator buttons, and restroom faucets are touched by countless people daily. On planes, the dry, recycled air can irritate your respiratory tract, weakening your body's defenses against airborne viruses like the flu or common cold. For women over 70, these risks are amplified by age-related factors. A weakened immune system may struggle to combat infections, and chronic conditions like diabetes or autoimmune disorders can complicate recovery. Medications, such as corticosteroids or proton pump inhibitors, may further suppress immunity or increase susceptibility to digestive issues. Fortunately, with careful planning and mindful habits, you can significantly reduce these risks. Here's how. Consult your doctor early. At least 6 weeks before travel, discuss your plans with your physician. Ask about recommended vaccines for your destination, such as hepatitis A, typhoid, or updated boosters for tetanus or influenza. If you take immunosuppressive medications, inquire about additional precautions, such as avoiding certain foods or increasing hydration. Assemble a travel health kit. Pack a compact kit with essentials: hand sanitizer, at least 60% alcohol, disinfecting wipes, anti-diarrheal medication, e.g., loperamide, oral rehydration salts, probiotics to support gut health, pain relievers, and a digital thermometer. Include any prescription medications, with enough for the entire trip plus a buffer for delays. Keep this kit in your carry-on for easy access. Choose food and drink wisely. Opt for busy, reputable restaurants with high turnover, as they're more likely to serve fresh food. Avoid raw or undercooked meats, seafood, eggs, or unpeeled fruits and vegetables. Be cautious with salads, fresh juices, or smoothies unless you can verify they're made with safe water. Drink only bottled water with an intact seal, and use it for brushing your teeth. Avoid ice unless it's made from purified water. When in doubt, choose cooked, steaming hot foods over cold or room temperature options. Practice rigorous hygiene. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially before eating or after touching public surfaces. Use hand sanitizer when soap isn't available. Wipe down high-touch surfaces like airplane tray tables, armrests, and hotel remote controls with disinfecting wipes. Avoid touching your face, particularly your mouth, nose, or eyes, after handling money, tickets, or public transportation. Stay vigilant in crowded spaces. Wear a face mask in crowded airports, planes, or tourist sites, especially if you're prone to respiratory infections. Consider a high-quality mask, e.g., N95, for added protection during flu season or in areas with poor air quality. Stay hydrated to keep your mucous membranes moist, as dry nasal passages are more susceptible to viruses. Act quickly if unwell. If you experience symptoms like diarrhea, fever, or respiratory distress, don't ignore them. Rest, hydrate with bottled water or electrolyte solutions, and contact a healthcare provider immediately. If traveling with a group, inform your tour leader or a companion. Your travel insurance provider can help locate trusted medical facilities. Early intervention can prevent minor issues from escalating into emergencies. By adopting these precautions, you can minimize the risk of infections and focus on the joys of travel. Preparation doesn't mean living in fear. It means empowering yourself to explore with confidence. With a little foresight, you can savor new flavors, cultures, and experiences while keeping your health intact. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Travel is a gateway to inspiration, adventure, and connection, but it demands energy, a resource that requires careful management for women over 70. While travel is often romanticized as relaxing, the reality involves physical and mental exertion. Navigating bustling airports, enduring long flights, adjusting to new time zones, and keeping up with packed itineraries. For older adults, these demands can lead to profound fatigue, which not only dampens the travel experience but also increases health risks. Unlike younger travelers who may recover quickly, older adults often need more time to restore energy, regulate sleep, and maintain physical and mental well-being. Consider Evelyn, a 75-year-old retired school principal from Oregon, who embarked on her dream trip to Europe. Her ambitious 12-day itinerary spanned 6 countries, with guided tours, train transfers, and a whirlwind of museums, cathedrals, and historic sites. Evelyn, a lifelong learner with a passion for history, was determined to make every moment count. But by day 3, the relentless pace took its toll. Walking for hours on uneven cobblestone streets left her legs aching. Lugging her suitcase up the train station stairs strained her back. Jet lag from a transatlantic flight disrupted her sleep, and early morning tour schedules left no time to recover. By day 5, Evelyn caught a cold, and her exhaustion made it hard to enjoy the landmarks she'd dreamed of visiting. Her trip, meant to be a celebration of her lifelong curiosity, became a test of endurance. Evelyn's experience highlights a common challenge. Travel fatigue hits harder as we age. Several factors contribute. Jet lag, caused by crossing time zones, disrupts the body's circadian rhythm, affecting sleep, mood, appetite, and cognitive function. For older adults, these effects can persist for days, leading to irritability, confusion, or weakened immunity. Physical demands, such as walking long distances, climbing stairs, or standing in lines, strain muscles and joints, especially for those with arthritis or reduced mobility. Sleep is also more fragile with age. Unfamiliar hotel beds, noisy environments, or early wake-up calls can prevent restorative rest. Even digestion slows, making it harder to adjust to new cuisines or irregular meal schedules. Modern travel often exacerbates these challenges. Group tours and budget itineraries prioritize efficiency over comfort, with packed schedules that leave little time for rest. A day of sightseeing might involve hours of walking, followed by a rushed dinner and an early bus departure the next morning. For women over 70, this pace can be unsustainable, increasing the risk of falls, illness, or mental fog. Fortunately, with strategic planning and self-awareness, you can travel at a pace that preserves your energy and enhances your experience. Here's how. Build rest into your itinerary. Plan at least one rest day for every 2 to 3 days of activities. Use these days to sleep in, enjoy a leisurely breakfast, or relax in a cafe or park. Rest isn't a luxury. It's a necessity that recharges you for the journey ahead. If traveling with a group, ask about flexible schedules or opt for private tours that allow you to set your own pace. Choose fewer destinations. Resist the urge to cram multiple cities or countries into a short trip. Instead, focus on 2 or 3 destinations and explore them deeply. For example, spending a week in one region, like Tuscany or Provence, allows you to savor local culture without the exhaustion of constant travel. A slower pace leads to richer, more memorable experiences. Optimize travel logistics. Avoid red-eye flights, tight connections, or early morning departures that disrupt sleep. Choose direct flights when possible, and allow a buffer day upon arrival to adjust to jet lag. If connecting flights are unavoidable, request airport assistance, such as a wheelchair or cart service, to reduce physical strain. Book accommodations close to major sites to minimize walking or commuting. Prioritize comfortable accommodations. Select hotels or rentals with amenities tailored to your needs. Quiet rooms away from elevators, supportive mattresses, blackout curtains, and accessibility features like elevators or grab bars. Read reviews from other older travelers to ensure the property meets your expectations. Consider apartments or vacation rentals for access to kitchens, allowing you to control meals and avoid digestive issues. Dress and pack for comfort. Wear loose, breathable clothing and supportive, cushioned shoes designed for walking. Bring layers to adapt to changing temperatures, especially in air-conditioned airports or chilly evenings. Pack light to avoid lugging heavy bags, but include essentials like a reusable water bottle, high-energy snacks, e.g., nuts or protein bars, and a travel pillow for long flights or bus rides. Listen to your body. Pay attention to signs of fatigue, such as sore muscles, irritability, or difficulty concentrating. If you're tired, skip an optional excursion or take a mid-afternoon nap. Gentle stretches or a short walk can alleviate stiffness, while staying hydrated and eating balanced meals stabilizes energy levels. Don't feel pressured to keep up with others. Travel is about your joy, not a race. Combat jet lag proactively. Before departure, gradually adjust your sleep schedule to align with your destination's time zone. Once there, expose yourself to natural light during the day to reset your internal clock. Avoid heavy meals or caffeine close to bedtime, and consider melatonin, with your doctor's approval, to promote sleep. Traveling in your 70s is a privilege, a chance to explore the world on your terms. By pacing yourself, prioritizing rest, and honoring your body's needs, you can transform travel from an exhausting marathon into a joyful, sustainable journey. Focus on quality over quantity, and let each moment, whether a quiet cafe visit or a stunning vista, fill your heart with wonder. 4. Falls and injuries. Traveling is an exhilarating opportunity to immerse oneself in new cultures, wander through historic cities, and experience the world beyond the pages of books or the flicker of dreams. For women over 70, however, the thrill of exploring unfamiliar destinations comes with a heightened risk of physical mishaps, particularly falls. Falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults, both at home and abroad, and the unfamiliar terrain of travel destinations amplifies this danger. Uneven cobblestone streets, dimly lit pathways, steep staircases without handrails, and the physical exhaustion of travel can create a perfect storm for accidents that may lead to severe, life-altering consequences. Consider the story of Clara, a vibrant 78-year-old woman who had always prided herself on her independence and daily walks through her neighborhood without the need for a cane or walker. Her lifelong dream was to visit Italy, and she eagerly planned a trip to Florence, a city renowned for its Renaissance art and charming, historic streets. On her second evening, as she strolled through a picturesque cobblestone alley, enchanted by the glow of streetlights and the hum of local life, Clara tripped over an uneven curb obscured by shadows. The fall was sudden and hard, her body crashing onto the unforgiving stone pavement. Kind passers-by helped her sit up, but the sharp pain in her hip made standing impossible. At a local hospital, X-rays confirmed a hip fracture, a devastating injury requiring emergency surgery. Far from home, Clara faced not only the physical pain but also the emotional toll of navigating a foreign healthcare system. Her dream vacation was cut short, and her recovery demanded months of physical therapy back home, fundamentally altering her active lifestyle and confidence in her mobility. Clara's experience is far from unique. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, falls are the primary cause of injury-related hospitalizations for older adults, with over 800,000 hospitalizations annually in the United States alone. Travel exacerbates this risk in several ways. First, many popular tourist destinations, especially in Europe, Asia, and Latin America, feature historic architecture and infrastructure that prioritize charm over accessibility. Cobblestone streets, worn stone steps, and narrow pathways, often centuries old, lack modern safety features like handrails or ramps. For instance, exploring the ancient ruins of Rome or the hilly villages of Tuscany may involve navigating uneven surfaces or steep inclines without elevators. Crowded markets, bustling train stations, or the constant need to step on and off buses or trams further challenge balance and coordination. Second, specific travel environments like cruise ships, while luxurious and convenient, introduce their hazards. Wet pool decks, swaying hallways during rough seas, and narrow cabin doorways can destabilize even the most cautious traveler. Add to this the fatigue from long flights, jet lag, or packed itineraries, and the risk of misjudging a step or losing balance skyrockets. For older women, who may already experience age-related declines in muscle strength, balance, or vision, these factors compound the likelihood of a fall. Third, managing injuries abroad presents unique challenges. Access to immediate medical care may be limited, particularly in rural or less developed regions. Language barriers can complicate communication with healthcare providers, leading to misunderstandings about treatment or medication. Moreover, many health insurance plans, including Medicare, offer limited or no coverage for medical care outside the United States, leaving travelers to face potentially staggering out-of-pocket costs for hospital stays, surgeries, or mobility aids like crutches or wheelchairs. For example, a hip fracture requiring surgery could cost tens of thousands of dollars, not to mention the emotional strain of recovering in an unfamiliar country. To mitigate these risks, proactive planning and smart choices are essential. Begin by researching destinations with accessibility in mind. Opt for cities or resorts with modern infrastructure, such as paved sidewalks, working elevators, and accessible public transportation. For instance, destinations like Singapore or modern urban centers in Canada often prioritize accessibility, making them safer choices for older travelers. When booking accommodations, inquire about specific features. Are there elevators to all floors? Are ground floor rooms available? Do bathrooms include grab bars or non-slip mats? These details can make a significant difference in safety. Packing appropriately is another critical step. Sturdy, supportive shoes with slip-resistant soles are non-negotiable. Avoid sandals, flip-flops, or dress shoes with smooth soles, which offer little traction on slick or uneven surfaces. Footwear designed for walking, such as athletic shoes or orthopedic options, provide stability and reduces the risk of tripping. Similarly, consider using a mobility aid like a cane or walking stick, even if you don't use one at home. Many older travelers hesitate to use aids due to stigma or pride, but lightweight, collapsible canes are discreet, easy to pack, and can prevent falls while preserving independence. Vigilance is key, especially in unfamiliar or high-risk settings. At night, avoid walking alone in poorly lit areas, and carry a small flashlight or use your smartphone's built-in light to illuminate pathways. Exercise caution in hotel lobbies, stairwells, and bathrooms, where polished tile or marble floors can be deceptively slippery, especially when wet. Fatigue is a silent saboteur of balance, so build rest into your itinerary. Schedule downtime between activities, sit down for meals, and listen to your body's signals. If your legs feel shaky or tired, take a break before pushing forward. For those joining guided tours, ask detailed questions about the physical demands of the itinerary. Some tours involve hours of walking, steep hills, or multiple staircases, which may be challenging for those with mobility concerns. Many operators offer alternative routes, slower-paced groups, or transportation options for travelers who need them. Don't hesitate to request these accommodations. Finally, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies, including hospitalization, surgery, physical therapy, and medical evacuation. A single fall can result in bills ranging from $10,000 for a minor injury to over $100,000 for complex surgeries or repatriation. By choosing destinations wisely, packing thoughtfully, staying alert, and securing proper insurance, older women can explore the world with greater confidence and safety. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Financial risks and insurance gaps. Planning a trip is an exciting process, filled with visions of exotic destinations, cultural immersion, and culinary delights. Yet, for older women travelers, particularly those over 70, the financial risks of travel are often underestimated, turning a dream vacation into a costly ordeal. From inadequate health insurance coverage to trip cancellations and sophisticated scams, these risks can drain savings and erode the joy of travel. Understanding and preparing for these challenges is crucial to protecting both your finances and your peace of mind. One of the most significant misconceptions is that your health insurance will cover you anywhere in the world. In reality, many plans, including Medicare, offer little to no coverage for medical care outside the United States, except in rare circumstances, e.g., emergencies near the U.S. border. Even Medicare supplement plans or private insurance policies that advertise international coverage often come with strict limitations, such as low reimbursement caps or exclusions for pre-existing conditions. For example, a hospital stay in Europe for a condition like pneumonia or a fracture can cost between $5,000 and $20,000 per day, depending on the country and facility. A medical evacuation flight, a necessity for serious conditions requiring specialized care, can range from $50,000 to over $150,000, depending on the distance, the patient's condition, and the need for medical staff on board. Without adequate insurance, these expenses fall entirely on the traveler, compounding the stress of illness or injury in a foreign country. Trip cancellations are another financial pitfall. Life is unpredictable, and older travelers are particularly vulnerable to unexpected events like sudden illness, family emergencies, or bureaucratic delays, e.g., a lost or delayed passport. Airlines, cruise lines, hotels, and tour operators often enforce stringent cancellation policies, offering only partial refunds or none at all, especially if the cancellation occurs close to the departure date. For instance, a non-refunded cruise booking or a prepaid tour package can result in losses of thousands of dollars, leaving travelers with nothing to show for their investment. Scams targeting older travelers are increasingly common and sophisticated, exploiting their unfamiliarity with local customs or technology. Online fraudsters create fake booking websites that mimic legitimate platforms, luring travelers with attractive deals on hotels or tours. Upon arrival, victims may discover that the property doesn't exist or that their payment was sent to a scammer. ATMs rigged with skimming devices can steal card information, leading to drained bank accounts. Street scams, such as free gifts like bracelets or flowers, followed by aggressive demands for payment, are prevalent in tourist-heavy areas. These incidents not only cause financial loss but also undermine trust and diminish the joy of travel. Consider the experience of Mabel, a 76-year-old retired nurse who dreamed of a relaxing beach vacation in Mexico. She found a stunning beachfront hotel on a third-party booking site, complete with glowing reviews and an affordable price. Eager to secure the deal, she paid the full amount up front. Upon arrival, Mabel was devastated to find that the address led to an abandoned lot, and the contact number provided was disconnected. The booking website had vanished, and her attempts to recover the payment were futile. Forced to find last-minute accommodations at a nearby resort, she paid double the original cost, turning her budget-friendly getaway into a financial nightmare. To protect against these risks, comprehensive travel insurance is essential. Look for a policy that covers international medical expenses, emergency evacuation, trip cancellation, trip interruption, and lost or delayed luggage. Read the fine print carefully to understand coverage limits, exclusions, e.g., for pre-existing conditions, and reimbursement procedures. Ask specific questions. Does the policy cover hospital stays in your destination country? Is medical evacuation included for both illness and injury? Will you be reimbursed for non-refunded bookings if you cancel for a covered reason, such as illness or a family emergency? Supplemental travel insurance is critical if your existing health plan lacks international coverage. When booking travel, stick to reputable, well-known platforms or book directly through hotel or airline websites to minimize the risk of fraud. Be wary of deals that seem too good to be true, as they often are. For example, a hotel offering rates significantly lower than competitors may be a scam. Before using an ATM, inspect it for signs of tampering, such as loose card slots, and prefer machines located inside banks or hotels. On the street, politely decline unsolicited offers of gifts or services, and avoid sharing personal information with strangers. By securing robust travel insurance, verifying bookings through trusted sources, and staying vigilant against scams, older women can safeguard their finances and focus on the joys of exploration. With careful planning, the financial risks of travel can be minimized, ensuring that your journey remains a source of wonder rather than worry. And there you have it. 5 critical risks that women over 70 need to know before traveling, along with practical tips to ensure your journey is safe, joyful, and stress-free. From preparing for health emergencies to avoiding scams, these strategies can make all the difference in turning your travel dreams into reality. So, what have you learned from this video that surprised you or changed how you'll plan your next trip? Please share one thing you've learned and we'll put into practice in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to make your travels unforgettable. Safe journeys, and we'll see you in the next video.